Faith, in the context of religion, is a strong belief in God and confidence that He will fulfill His promises. By its own very nature, faith also comes with doubt. Doubt can make you question your convictions and seek for deeper understanding. Non-believers like to challenge Christians about their beliefs, and sometimes, the questions they present can feel unsettling. However, these questions also offer an opportunity to explore and potentially strengthen your faith. Here we will delve into 15 of the most thought-provoking questions atheists ask and how to navigate through these questions and find reassurance in your beliefs. Number 15. Why is there no scientific evidence for God? An atheist's main argument against God's existence is the lack of any scientific evidence that proves He does. While you can argue that faith transcends scientific validation, it won't satisfy their skepticism. Instead, you can point to the complexity of the universe and the existence of moral laws as evidence of God's existence. These pieces of evidence may not be scientific in nature, but they resonate on a more personal and philosophical level. Understanding these perspectives can help bridge the gap between faith and reason. Number 14. Why does evil exist if God is all good? Even in theological and philosophical discussions, the issue of evil's existence in a world made by an omnipotent God remains a major question. This is where the concept of free will comes in. In the book of Mark chapter 8 verse 34, it says, "Then he called the crowd to him along with his disciples and said, 'Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me.'" This verse is just one of many accounts in the Bible that describes how God is giving us the liberty to decide for ourselves whether to follow Him or not. This is why there is evil, since some individuals decide to take the wrong path. Number 13. Why do innocent children suffer from diseases and birth defects? The suffering of innocent children often raises difficult questions about the existence of a loving and just God. Even Jesus' disciples question Him in John chapter 9 verses 1 to 3, assuming that the innocent man's suffering is a result of the sins of his parents. Jesus corrected them by saying, "Neither this man nor his parents sinned," said Jesus, "but this happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him." John chapter 9 verse 3. Number 12. Why do bad things happen to good people? The most classic example in this context is the story of Job, who was described as a very righteous man, Job chapter 1 verse 1. Yet he experienced unimaginable suffering. He did not understand why God would allow Satan to harm him, but his faith prevailed, and he continued to trust Him. Ultimately, God upheld and rewarded him with more than everything Satan had taken from him. Job chapter 42 verse 12. This shows that God is in control and He will vindicate the righteous. Number 11. Why do miracles seem to occur less frequently in modern times? The perception that miracles occur less frequently in modern times can be attributed to several factors. Medicine and science advancements, for instance, have given natural explanations for some phenomena that were once thought to be miraculous. As our understanding of the natural world has grown, events previously seen as supernatural are now interpreted through the lens of scientific knowledge. Number 10. Why does God command or condone violence in the Bible? Violence in the Bible raises hard questions for many Christians because it seems to have been ordered or condoned by God. Understanding this issue requires looking at the historical and cultural context in which the Bible was written, when wars and revenge were common practice and necessary for survival and justice. Some instances of biblical violence are presented as acts of divine judgment against sin and evil intended to maintain justice and righteousness. The idea of progressive revelation can also be used to explain these texts, saying that God's will was revealed gradually over time, wherein the Old Testament reflects the earlier stage that is later transformed by Jesus' teachings in the New Testament. Number 9. Why would a loving God create hell? To understand why a loving God would create hell goes back to the concept of free will and justice and how they are closely related. Free will allows humans to make their own choices so that they may love genuinely and have moral responsibility. Justice, on the other hand, ensures that actions have appropriate consequences, rewarding good and punishing evil. Hell serves as the ultimate consequence for those who freely choose to reject God and persist in wrongdoing. By creating hell, God respects human autonomy, allowing individuals to experience the natural outcomes of their choices. Number 8. Why doesn't prayer always work? Praying doesn't always guarantee that what you want will be granted by God. Sometimes, our desires do not align with His plan. Other times, God may give us a different answer which is better than what we prayed for. Moreover, praying is not only about asking for things, rather it is aimed at strengthening our relationship with God and seeking His presence. Number 7. Why do natural disasters happen if God is in control? While it is true that God is in control, it is not entirely in His will for natural disasters to happen or not. One factor would be the existence of the laws of nature which operate independently of direct divine intervention. These laws determine weather patterns, tectonic movements, and other phenomena that are necessary for the world's functioning but can also lead to natural disasters. Another factor, that we are more familiar with, is the actions of humans. It is important to recognize that many environmental issues are exacerbated by human activity. Activities such as deforestation, industrial pollution, and climate change contribute significantly to natural disasters. Number 6. Why would an all-powerful God need worship? Atheists argue that a God who feels the need to be worshipped is a childish God. The fallacy in this context lies in tying a human trait, such as desire or want, to an omnipotent being. To put it simply, God does not need worshiping in the sense of requiring it for His own fulfillment or completeness. Instead, worship is a means for humans to express their recognition of and relationship with God, aligning their hearts and minds with divine truth and fostering spiritual growth. Number 5. If God is real, why are there many non-believers? Experiences, family background, and culture all contribute to shaping a person's beliefs. In some instances, people find it hard to believe in God because of the evil surrounding them. In other cases, other people rely on logic and scientific evidence before they can be convinced to believe in something. In conclusion, a person's belief or non-belief in God depends on how they perceive and their individual experiences. Number 4. Why didn't God reveal Himself in a way that eliminates doubt? You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 13 NIV. God does reveal Himself, sometimes in ways that we least expect. It says, the people, who fail or refuse to see and believe. For although they knew God, they neither glorified Him as God nor gave thanks to Him, but their thinking became futile and their foolish hearts were darkened. Rom. 121 NIV. Number 3. If God exists, why are there so many religions? One main reason for the existence of different religions is the differences in culture. Geographic separation, differences in language, and history are key factors that have contributed to the formation of different religions around the world. Number 2. How do you know the Bible is the Word of God? The Bible has been around for 1,000 years, and it has undergone hundreds of comprehensive historical and archaeological research. Most of the findings support the account that the Bible is indeed the Word of God. The consistency and preservation of its manuscripts over centuries add to its credibility. Number 1. Why is faith required to believe in God? Without relying on empirical or scientific evidence of God's existence, faith is the bridge between God and humans. It is only through faith that we can trust in the reality of God and have a deep and meaningful connection with Him. In conclusion, navigating doubt is a natural part of any faith journey, reflecting our innate desire to search for meaning and truth. The questions posed by skeptics and non-believers, while challenging, also offer valuable opportunities for deep reflection and personal growth. Through grappling with these inquiries, believers can explore the rich tapestry of their faith, engage with differing perspectives, and develop a deeper understanding of their convictions. Rather than fearing doubt, approaching it with an open heart and mind can foster a resilient and authentic faith. This journey encourages believers to strengthen their relationship with God, find reassurance in their beliefs, and cultivate a faith that is both personal and profound, ultimately enriching their spiritual experience. Please like the video, share this video with any non-believers you know. Subscribe for more daily biblical content. May peace be with you.